Okay, today we're going to talk about a term. Terms are a part of an expression that are added or subtracted. So what we're going to do is we're going to circle the terms in the expression. So when I say that they're separated by adding and subtraction means I will not be circling any adding or any subtraction because that's what separates terms. So for example, on the very first problem, I have an n, okay? N is considered a term or a variable. So if I were to circle that, I would say that n is considered one term, okay? A letter, a number, those are all terms, one term, all right? This one I have a letter and a 9, a number. But do you see how I have an addition sign in the middle? So I never circle that because that separates my terms. So on this problem, I would circle the Y because we know that a letter is one term. I'm going to circle the 9 because a number is also a term. I'm not circling that. So for this particular problem, y plus 9, it has two terms. Next, let's look at this problem, okay? Now this problem has division. So part of this rule is also that multiplying and dividing are always going to be equal to one term. No matter how much multiplying or dividing you have, it's always considered one term. So for this problem, let's look. So again, I have a letter. That letter, remember, is a term. So that's one term. I don't circle subtraction, remember, because adding or subtracting separates those terms. Okay, so I'm not going to circle that. Then here I have dividing. So I have 2 divided by g. So that's division. So that represents one term. So for this problem, I'm going to circle that whole part. And that part becomes one term, two terms. So this problem has two terms. Okay, and the final problem, let's look at this one. Okay, this one I have 4 times a plus b minus 1. Okay, so let's start. So again, I have 4 times a, so I'm multiplying. So since I'm multiplying, that means that's only one term. So this is one term. Adding, we don't circle any addition, so we're going to leave that alone. A letter, remember a letter, we circle. Subtraction, we don't circle the subtraction, and then we have a number. So this number also gets circled. So for this problem, I have 1, 2, 3 terms. And that's how you find your terms or you circle your terms in expressions.